Traveling with a Canadian passport. This is what I'm traveling
Very
with.
good.
And that's all I need.
Now, from that, today 1.6 billion people still live in poverty, and nearly 80% of the extreme poor live in rural areas, with many of them being women. Now, they continue to be economically and socially disadvantaged. The UN's largest annual gathering on gender equality and women's rights concluded over the weekend in New York with a strong commitment by member states to achieve gender equality and the empowerment of rural women and girls. Well, Najma Ismail has more details on that report.
With the world ever so loud on global activism and public outcry to end gender injustice and discrimination, the 62nd session of the UN Commission on the Status of Women reached a strong agreement, stressing the importance of empowering and supporting those who need it most and have for too long been left behind.
Women are pioneering scientists and mathematicians, but they occupy less than 30% of research and development jobs worldwide. Women are accomplished artists, writers, musicians and filmmakers. But this year, 33 men took home Academy Awards and only 6 women. Women are gifted negotiators and communicators, but at the United Nations, the proportion of women ambassadors hovers around 20%. It is only when we have changed statistics like these that we can truly say we are in a new era for women and girls.
The outcome of the two-week meeting will bring substantive equality to women and girls in rural areas. The agreed conclusion adopted by member states will safeguard their adequate living standards with equal access to land and productive assets, ending poverty, enhancing their food security and nutrition, decent work, infrastructure and technology, education and health, and ending all forms of violence and harmful practices.
All over the world, we are witnessing an unprecedented hunger for change in women's lives and a growing recognition that women, when they are together, working together, they can bring about far-reaching changes. They believe the time is now for change and accountability to end impunity.
CSW is the single largest forum for UN member states, civil society organizations and other international actors to build consensus and commitment on policy action on gender equality and women's rights.
Excellencies, distinguished...
You all know...
More than 4,300 representatives from over 600 civil society organizations and 170 member states attended this year's commission.
Kenya is here, and when we shared our experience of the engagement by women, I think other countries were really kind of excited about Kenya's presentation regarding what has been done. Look at the provision for services, where we are leveraging on ICT, Huduma centers. Therefore, to us, knowing that 80% of Kenyans live in the rural areas, if we can improve the quality of life for women living in the rural area, I'm sure we will be able to improve the quality of life for Kenyans, because we know where women are empowered. Yes. Also, the socio-economic development for that country is also strengthened. Yes.
Member states expressed deep concerns about the increasing challenges that are aggravating the disadvantages and inequalities that rural women and girls face.
There is no practice of early marriage and forced marriage in Islam. This is again a cultural practice. We have reviewed the Quranic scriptures and the hadiths, and the precedence of a girl, priority of a girl to get education to become a fully independent human being, intellectually, physically, emotionally mature, is more important than getting married young and limit her opportunities or not fully develop herself, as we have noted in many cases.
We are looking back at our sisters in the rural areas. There's been a real talk. I attended a session, civil society and the Secretary General of UN, and there was a talk on, we engaged him. We said they're shrinking, funds. We are not getting funds. What is happening? We talked about our sisters in Mali, our sisters in Southern Sudan. Kenya, we talked about, the bill on the Kenyan government, especially on the fighting the Somali war, the Somali border and all that. What are you doing? And he told us the hands of states are coming. He has heard us, he has heard the commitments, and so when it is UNGA time, our government will be looking at all these issues. But as a Kenyan woman leader, I want to say we are proud.
This year's CSW 62 theme is